Hi, my name is Shayna, and today we are talking about PCOS and the cure, if there is one. It's a controversial topic because a lot of doctors, the medical industry, just won't say there's a cure because there's no medicine to cure it. But a lot of women have overcame their symptoms simply by changing their diet. They have regained their period normally, they have no symptoms, they even had children, and they live symptom-free. I'd like to say they live PCOS-free. Would that not be a cure? So my argument is clearly there is a cure. But let's break it down, right? So overcoming symptoms and a cure. So overcoming symptoms basically means that you have added something to your lifestyle so that you no longer deal with the symptoms of the condition. But when you go back to that lifestyle, those symptoms will come back. So like medication, you take medication for PCOS, let's say you take metformin for PCOS, and you no longer have symptoms, but the minute you stop taking metformin, you will have symptoms again. So in that case, yes, you're just overcoming your symptoms. My argument is that when you're using supplements, something that isn't in your body, something that your body can't produce on its own, to help you overcome the condition, you are just simply overcoming the symptoms, right? Whereas if you are eating healthier, whole foods, balanced, and you are now at a point where you have overcome all your symptoms, your body has learned how to be balanced hormonally so that you can produce estrogen, so that your levels right are normal, you're not producing too much testosterone, and you don't have those symptoms anymore. I'd argue that is a cure. And the reason being is your body is not dependent on anything but healthy food. So if you continue eating healthy, right, your body will be at its optimal. You won't have PCOS. You won't have to deal with anything that PCOS entails. And you'll be living cured. You'll be living PCOS free. So if you go back to eating unhealthy, sure, you're going to have PCOS again. You might develop it again. You might develop other things too, like type 2 diabetes and all of these other chronic conditions that come along with eating unhealthy. When you're eating like that, when you're eating poison, because that's what it is. You don't, red 40, blue 20, high fructose corn syrup, all those preservatives, the GMOs, the MSG, doesn't belong in your body. It doesn't need to be there. It is causing inflammation, and that inflammation is what's causing PCOS. And so when you eliminate the poison, the toxins from your body, you heal, right? You start to regain that balance, that hormonal balance that you have lost. In some sense, it's kind of hard, right? Because our today's world, that's just normal to eat like that, to eat McDonald's, to eat, you're in a rush, you're getting to work late, let me just get some Dunkin' Donuts breakfast sandwich. Oh my God, I'm starving, I forgot to eat today, I don't feel like cooking, let me just order out. It's easy, convenient. You got DoorDash, you got Uber Eats now, so it's super, super easy. But those foods aren't real food. They are causing inflammation in your body. Inflammation is the way that your body responds to heal itself, right? So if you have a toxin, you have an infection, you hit your elbow, you scrape it. So for instance, if you get a cut, like I did the other day on my knee, right? You get a cut, my whole shin right here was inflamed, and now it's starting to heal. Let's say it heals in a week, and in a week I go and scrape it on the floor again. I'm never gonna get to a point where this area is gonna be normal, right? It's gonna be healthy, because I'm gonna keep scraping it. And that in that same sense, when you eat dairy and you eat gluten and you eat MSG and you eat all those preservatives that don't belong in your body, you are causing your body to get a scrape, but internally, let's say. Basically, you're causing that inflammation internally again. You go a month without eating gluten, your body heals, and then you eat gluten again. You cause the inflammation again. You scrape that knee. So it's never gonna get the chance to heal. You're redoing damage again and again and again. So when we're looking to change our diet to heal, it has to be a consistent commitment. You have to decide, I want to do this for my health, I want to do this for my future, and that's it. You can no longer go back to it. It's like you can't say, oh, I'm quitting cigarettes, but then you smoke cigarettes every other month. It's not really quitting, is it? And in that same sense, you have to do the same thing with dairy, with gluten, with GMOs, with all that processed unhealthy food. You have to stop and never go back so that your body can heal. And once you do that, you don't have to deal with any of the symptoms of PCOS. And in that sense, I'd argue that you are healed. If you are never dealing with the symptoms of PCOS again, why would we still consider you to have it? Yes, it's good to have that knowledge, like this can develop if I eat like this. In the same sense, diabetes can develop if you eat a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Heart conditions will develop if you eat a certain way. But now that you change your lifestyle, you're no longer dealing with PCOS, you know what you need to do to give your body the nutrients it needs to be working optimally, I like to say you're healed, especially if you decide that's the way you're gonna go. Just that way, just this way, right? The healed way. Now, if you're gonna continue eating pizza every other week, then sure, you're always gonna have PCOS, even if you're not seeing those symptoms. But if you are not eating like that anymore and you really aren't, you don't have 1 or 2 flips, you're healed, I'd say like for a year you haven't dealt with PCOS symptoms, you're fucking healed. That's my argument, okay? There is a cure. It's called eating healthier. It's called nutrition. When I have a baby with no problems, I'm gonna flex it on y'all. Everyone who said there's no cure, I'm gonna flex it on y'all and be like, what? There's no what? I didn't have any complications? This is the first try. What? Anyway, that's all I have for today. I'm gonna make the next video. I'll talk about why doctors prescribe different medicines and what it means. Metformin means insulin resistance, etc. I will be describing that in the next video. I love you guys. Much peace and love. Namaste. All the good. High vibes. Bye.